What's up? It's Rychus TooCool2Khan. We on another live stream. We're gonna see how far this goes. If the chats don't jump, then I end this early. It just depends on how many people line up within this room to peep out what the conversation is. Like I said, y'all make the conversation whatever y'all ask. If it ain't too out of the lines, we're gonna get something going. I see two people done popped in the room. Make yourself known. Who's in the room right now? Or as I've been saying in the last couple of live streams, is it the agents? Is it the people that's just listening and seeing they can report back to whoever they want to report back to? Make yourself known. Send something in the chat. I see it's three people that done lined up in here. Matter of fact, I'm not solo on this one. I got King Rychus right here with me, and we're gonna take some of your questions or whatever you may figure you want to talk about. This is freestyle. We ain't really got nothing set to talk about. But I want to keep no dead air. I want to just keep it going.
So that's how people.
Yeah, that's how many people and how many thumbs up they like in the live so far. And it's black because I don't got no camera going right now, so it's just it's audio.
That's right.
So make yourself know. It must be three agents in here because ain't nobody responding. What's going on? Make yourself known. Like I said, I know the notifications is going out. I usually go on usually around 11 or 12. Y'all probably got a little more free time. You probably doing things with your family right now, or still handling business right now. So hopefully y'all got some plans for Memorial Day coming tomorrow. Maybe get to see some relatives you ain't seen in a minute, or whatever.
Oh yeah, tomorrow is Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about that.
Matter of fact, for well, I would say the ones that's in here, but like I said, I think it's some agents up in there. But for the people that finally come, oh, okay, wait a minute. What's up, James? Staying out the way, young cats wilding. Okay, we just talked about that, staying out the way.
Right.
What's your definition of staying out the way, James? Because me and Righteous just chopped this up, earlier today about this. I know. You say young cats wilding. What something done happen in your city, or what part of the world you in where they tripping and causing mayhem or something? Or I mean, you gotta draft that comment so we can kind of understand where you coming from with that one. You personally, I just be giving these. Okay, rewrite what you're gonna write. Okay, now, James, I know you made yourself know. Okay, the other person must have dropped out. So who's the other person that hasn't made a comment yet? Speak up, make yourself known. And if you're not speaking up, that lets me know you the agent, you the reporter. They done said this, and this is being said in here, or something like that. Okay, giving these young cats some gems and say, excuse me when I walk past them, just to be positive. Well, I can kind of understand that. Excuse me, back in the day, you used to, could say what's up to somebody, and it wouldn't be no funk. Now you say what's up to somebody walking, and they think it's, a situation.
Right.
So in that type of way, I could maybe understand. You don't want to cause no unnecessary, problems or whatever.
Right.
So basically, you said right. That's what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your opinion on that? What
Um,
how he's coming with that?
young youngsters. What was the question again?
Basically, staying out of the way. Trying to
Okay, staying out their way.
yeah, staying out of their way. Because they
Shit, we,
tripping and wilding and.
well, I think it's really our approach. How we approach the youngsters and how we present ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We can't come come to them on their level. You
Okay.
know, we gotta approach them on a level where you know they can see we're on a more grown up, a mature type of level.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be more, I would say, God centered or just more conscious as far as how dealing with them. You can't just be on what they on as
Yeah.
far as approaching them. So once they see that, and knowing you ain't, disrespecting them and you're not being disrespectful or thinking that, you a big entity and they just some little cats that,
Mm-hmm.
just coming to them on a level of respect. And then I think they'll listen,
Mm-hmm.
in essence. So that's really my take on,
Okay.
you know.
I don't seen it. It's six people that lined up in the room. Make yourself known. We just trying to cover essentially respect. What's the topic? The topic, like I said, is whatever y'all make it. We was just talking about James made a comment talking about staying out the way of youngsters or people they feel that's gonna cause some strife where it might be some funk. Some people may not be ready to deal with situations like that, and,
Right.
and just a greater way of you know not having to feel like you feeling fearful. Because when you feeling like that, then it's like, okay, I could smell the fear on him, so I could act
Right.
a certain kind of way
Mm-hmm.
because he's cowering down. It ain't about being an extra tough guy either. It's just keeping a happy medium.
And it's almost like the prey and the predator.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the predator can smell fear, you know, in the prey.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what these youngsters like. They look for that. They look to see if you're vulnerable, if they sense fear, or or if you're green or whatever. They're gonna attack you. They're gonna come at you some way, shape, form, or fashion, because they spot that weakness.
Okay. Now, I want to make sure I'm saying your name right. Elron, you said let's talk about going to the next level in life.
Right.
That's his question
Well,
essentially.
the next level of life, it depends on what level you're at.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
determining factor
Yeah,
right there.
it's where you're at in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta determine what's best for you.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta figure out, okay, I made it from this stage, from point A to B. Now I'm trying to get to C. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Do you got people in your life that's helping you, or are you just
Right.
solo dolo out here?
Or you got a whole bunch of weight, extra weight, people in your life that just like baggage,
Mm-hmm.
or trying to hold you back.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Okay, Tony, what's up? I want to say you're from reiterate what state you from, because I know you say you just got out from doing a nickel, and you're on a year's probation.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to do his time while you're on the outside. He done did the 5,
Right.
and he's trying to wait till that 2019 where he can be sprung all the way.
Well, basically, you're gonna have to stay focused. You're gonna have to
Boston. Okay,
you're
he's
gonna
from
have to get
Boston.
grounded and stay focused into what it is, what it is you're trying to do the
Mm-hmm.
right thing,
Yeah.
and stay out of harm's way.
Right.
Don't get caught back up in a trap.
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, Tony, reiterate your situation. What you went down for. Or why you went away for those 5 years. Like I said, the other people that join the room, just make yourself known. Let me know who's in this room, so I know who's all trying to join in on whatever conversation. Support of the earnings of a prostitute.
Hmm.
That's what he went for.
Oh, okay. So basically, pimping and pandering.
Yeah.
Right. So
No, so I'm saying basically that's what he did
okay,
is 5
that was
for.
his charge.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what his charge, and he got a
So
year
that's the one
probation.
he's trying to get his life back on. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, if you know the severity of that game, then you might want to change his lane. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I can say.
Hmm.
Because the charges ain't the same.
Right.
So it might not be so sweet the next time around. If that's the life you want chose, you just gotta know the consequences behind it.
Yeah,
You
because
gotta know.
when
Yeah,
you think about it, if he did 5 years ago, those whatever they had drafted back then
right. It's
is
double.
way different now.
It's double now.
Right.
Yeah, right. You doing 40 years to
Huh.
life. That's like 100 years.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? In prison time, 40 years is like 100.
Okay, James said, word, because I know an older cat that did 30 years and is trying to reclaim the block, and a young cat pushed his wig back.
And we was just talking about that too.
Right.
You feel me? I
Hmm.
was just reiterating on that how the
Hmm.
OGs and thinking they big, and then these little young G's come
Yeah,
around. They gonna
young
get at you,
dragons. Yeah.
and they got less to lose. You know what I'm saying, than the older cats. See, because they young.
Hmm.
They young. They ambitious. They
Yeah.
fearless.
Hmm.
And they don't give a fuck.
Right.
Pardon my English, but
Yeah.
they just don't care.
Yeah.
They're like, man, I don't care about going to no jail, no police.
Now that's Tony's comeback right there. If you can see it.
The words are so small.
Yeah.
No, no, my original charges was 2 ounces of human trafficking, right? But I played out the lower charge for 3 to 5 years. Ended up doing the whole 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were just saying.
Yeah.
Human trafficking.
Yeah.
Right. That's serious. Well,
Mm.
if it's not pimping and pandering, that's what pimping and pandering is now. It's human trafficking.
Right.
They changed the book. It's
Mm-hmm.
not, you know, they don't charge you for pimping and pandering. They used to do that. They used to slap you on the hand for that. But now it's human trafficking. That's why the charge is so high now.
Now, Tony, can you say now you didn't get the because I know some people now they putting that pedophile charge on, so you got to be registering everywhere and things like that. Hopefully, you didn't get that tag on you.
Well, especially if they're underage.
Yeah,
You know,
if they're
yeah,
underage,
yeah.
that's true.
If they're of age, they can't hit you with that.
So, okay, it was either that or face 10 to 15 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Right. So he took a lesser charge.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, that human trafficking is serious.
Yeah, that's the new beast that's
Yeah.
knocking everybody's
Right.
dicks in the dirt.
They getting all the underground kings with that human trafficking.
Hmm.
So I already know. Got some of the best of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Now, like I said, make yourself known. This thing is about whatever y'all got a voice and an opinion. Matter of fact, to have a better placement of these notifications, hit that like for the live stream so people will be able to get them notifications quicker. Let me see. James said, "You're right. You are right. They got this Me Too movement, and the laws are being made every day."
Right.
Nope.
Yeah. So pretty soon they could just say you did something to me and sexually harassed me or said a certain provocative thing to me or whatever.
Yeah.
As far as just made a sexual statement, they can say anything now.
Mm-hmm.
Get you caught up on a charge.
Right.
You look at a person the wrong way, you
Huh.
might get caught up on that charge.
Oh, what's up, Larry? What's popping with you? You always be in the comment board. You always got some kind of question about, some woman saying something or whatever. Well, let me see. I'm gonna read Tony's comment. In Massachusetts, it doesn't matter if she's underage or not. If you get found guilty of human trafficking, you get You get that sex charge put on you.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the part of my plea deal that was part of the reason.
Right.
Mm, that's crazy. So it doesn't even matter. They putting that jacket on you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just gonna slap you with whatever. Cause
Mm.
it's a conspiracy, man. A conspiracy to destroy the black man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Emasculate us. They don't want us to be real men. They want us to be feminine.
Right.
They want us to be females now. They want us to be sissies.
Yeah, basically bow down to whatever they dishing out.
Yeah. They want us to be punctified and pasteurized.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Homogenized. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And so we can continue running around acting like niggas.
Yeah.
killing each other, because that's what niggas do. We self-destruct on each other. You know what I'm saying? We're like crabs in the barrel. One try to get out the barrel, you pull, the other one pull them back in.
Mm-hmm.
So once we elevate our level of consciousness and our level of thinking, then maybe we can overcome a lot of this, these hardships and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Matter of fact, recommend some avenues that some people that is trying to restructure their life. What books they need to pick up, what documentaries they need to seek out.
Well, first they got to start with self. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
true.
saying? That's where it starts.
Hmm.
You got to look inside yourself. We can look all outside of ourselves, but the real change starts with that person or that man in the mirror, like Michael Jackson said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the man in the mirror.
Right.
Ask him to change his
His
ways. You
ways.
feel me?
Right.
No book do that.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? But you can.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it starts first. Then you got to find something that catch your interest. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? What sparks your attention, and that you know, would require you to gravitate towards it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
Larry just said self-preservation
yeah, that's the
or
first law.
perseverance. Yeah.
Yeah, self. Preservation is the first law of nature.
Hmm.
Also, so it starts with self
And
first.
then Tony came back and said, I pled out. Plus, they had one of the witnesses locked up on her own charges, so
Hmm.
she was definitely showing up for the court.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a code. What are you talking about, the prostitutes or
Yeah.
whatever? Yeah. Well, that's part of the game. You feel me?
Yeah.
I've been there, done that, man. So it's just like, man, once I went cross country with this shit, man,
Yeah.
you do a lot of soul searching,
Hmm.
especially when you hit that desert. You hit that. Once you get halfway through Colorado and New Mexico, and you start seeing these towns that look like ghost towns, and man, you start doing some soul searching. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And when I hit Albuquerque, and checked some paper up out of Albuquerque, you know what I'm saying? Had a snow bunny with me, had made a hot. You know what I'm saying? Right, it was serious business, man. You
Yeah.
made me laughing, but it was
I know
serious.
what you're saying.
That was the first time in my life. I was like, man, I'm getting paper without a pistol and a sack.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
Mm-hmm.
when I knew it was real. It
Mm-hmm.
was all on a hoe, man. My
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. They do. They ain't
Yeah.
about how dare you use that
Yeah, oh,
language.
you're
You
right.
can
I'm
go
just
how
man.
I know you don't want to use curse words because
Right.
curse words send out curses
But
into the world.
yeah, exactly. But when I'm using those terms, I'm getting to the point.
Right.
Like it was for real. It was serious business.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the game brothers want to play, you got to know the consequences that comes behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and I pimped all the way to the west coast of the Pacific Ocean, man.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I was checking paper about a Disneyland. You feel me?
Disneyland with a snow bunny.
Yeah, man. It was real. And I just decided on that journey
Mm-hmm.
that this ain't what I want to do. But I don't want to be victimized about
Yeah.
what comes behind
Yeah,
it. 'Cause
straight
it was,
typecast.
exactly. So it was just like being in the D game.
Mm-hmm.
When you looking over your shoulders, you wonder if these people's outside or coming up in the rooms. It's the same thing.
Right.
You see, and then knowing the consequences or the charges that's gonna come along with that.
Right.
I was like, nah, I had to give her a walking papers. Man. Yeah, I love you, but hey, this ain't. I got babies coming up. I gotta, that's more important to me than I gotta be here for them.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So, you know.
Now let me go through some of the comments. Lisa Smith, she's always in the comments. She said, "I'm glad I caught this live. Been missing the last few." Then Anthony came in and said, "Happy Memorial Day to who's grilling."
Right.
And then Larry said, "Happy Memorial Day as well." Let me see. Then Anthony said, "Real spill what you just
Right.
laid down." And then Tony came back with, "Yeah, the charges wasn't like that when I got into the game, but yeah, they
Yeah.
drafted these new laws to try to drag people."
Exactly. See, cause what you have to understand, man, about that game.
Yeah.
See, first they just really try to get us with the dope.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they really wanted to get the black man, in particular, with. Okay, that's what I'm speaking on, because I'm a black man. So,
Right.
That's what they wanted to get. That was part of the conspiracy. Guns and drugs.
Mm-hmm.
See, they made a law back in the 60s that we couldn't tote guns in NRA back during the Black Panther Party era.
Right, right.
So you do the research. The NRA made a law that we couldn't carry guns anymore or in
Mm-hmm.
the open.
Right.
So they try to stop us from bearing arms because of that was the whole purpose of us bearing arms to defend ourselves against white mob attacks and police
Mm-hmm.
and white fascist policemen. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That didn't like us. It's because of who we were. You
Right.
feel me? So
Mm-hmm.
that was their main plot or conspiracy to destroy the movement or the Black Power movement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so when they saw we was getting strong, that's when they flooded the community with drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got us. They got us on the smack, the heroin. You know what I'm saying? Then the cocaine came.
Right.
So in that era, in that time, so the reason I'm saying this is because there was a certain element of people in the streets that wasn't doing drugs or wasn't dope men, wasn't on that level, wasn't
Mm-hmm.
gun toters.
Right.
They was pimps, they was players,
Yeah.
they was max,
Mm-hmm.
gamblers,
Gamblers.
and
Yeah.
hustlers,
Mm-hmm.
and that element, it was hard for them to really put a charge on,
Right.
because that was like, damn, they ain't doing nothing but partying and
Mm-hmm.
bullshit. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So in that era, I'm saying from the '60s, the '70s, the era of the Don Juans and the God, and all the, all these old school Fillmore Slims and all
Yeah.
them cats and
Mhm.
Rosebuds, and they couldn't really charge them because there wasn't no law for that. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah.
There wasn't no real severe law. I was pimping and pander. You get slapped on the hand
Mhm.
or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And hoes get probation or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or put into treatment and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But but after the war on drugs, with the gang proliferation and the drugs, after that played its course through the '90s and the early 2000s, they saw these pimps was on top of their game around the turn of the century.
Yeah.
I was part of that, so I seen where we was on top of the game. That even the rappers was paying homage to the players.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll give you a particular rapper like 50 Cent.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
had all the players in one of his videos.
Mhm.
Called PIMP.
Yep.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So if y'all understand that era we went through where all the players was on top of the game, they was like, okay, we don't crack down on the gangbangers and the drug dealers. We don't got all the high rollers and the kingpins. But now we still got these pimps out here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how we gonna get them? That's when they changed the laws
Mm-hmm.
from pimping and pandering to human trafficking.
Yeah.
You feel me? I watched it change. And then that's when they start snatching cats off the streets for little shit. And start throwing these long sentences at them, 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
See, what pimps never got. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the game changed, when they changed the laws, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let me run back
Right.
some people that have been
I
commenting.
ain't mean to be so long.
That's all right. They feeling it. Let me see. Dang. Did somebody retract some? Let me go back. Real spill. Okay. They changed the law in Massachusetts in February of 2012.
Okay.
They came and got me in May of 2012.
Right.
And then Larry said, right here, loading up, same place I got shot. Wait, kind of reiterate what you mean by that, because I'm kind of not understanding what you're saying by that. James said, I give the government some credit because they took a page out the mafia book.
Yeah.
They find a way to legalize it and charge black people with the
Right.
criminal offense.
Exactly. That's the conspiracy of it all.
Hmm.
You see? For them to capitalize and for us, and what's right for them is really wrong for us. It's like a double standard.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay for them to do it, but not us.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what that's about.
Larry, you gotta restructure your resend your comment in, because I didn't see it. So the second half of what your comment was, it's not making sense because it didn't come through. Rewrite it. And then Tony said, yeah, I came up in that 99 2000 era.
Right. The turn of the century.
Yeah.
Right. That was a cold era there. Man, I was in the mix.
Huh.
For real. Yeah, but like I said, it's a serious game, man.
Mhm.
And only strong survive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the real niggas gonna stay alive.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Tony said, they're going to legalize prostitution soon too. every time, every time they come up with these hefty sentences, these crazy laws, they end up legalizing, just
Mm-hmm.
like you are doing with drugs. They selling heroin
Okay.
through the doctor. Okay, niggas be shooting at my mom's house crib because they thought they finished me. Oh, okay. So you're saying when you got shot, when you were saying that you had got shot, you said basically they still out there trying to gun for you is what you saying? And they shot your mom's crib up? And you said you're in what you say, East Cleveland or something like that? Ohio?
You talking about the Boston kid? Yeah.
No,
Okay.
this is Larry.
Okay, it's another kid.
Okay, somebody just left off again. I I I moved around. Oh, someone just let off again. Oh, you're saying right currently now they shooting is what you saying? If I'm interpreting this, if I'm interpreting, interpreting, I'm getting tongue twisted. If I'm understanding you correctly, okay. Well, you don't need to be on this if somebody's, doing all that.
Yeah, you need another machine in your hand.
Right.
Yeah, you don't need to be on no Twitter page, man.
Right.
You need a Tommy gun in your hand. Shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like to me.
Right. Now, what you
Where's
say?
he at?
He's in. If I'm right, you said you're in East Cleveland, right? Didn't
Oh
you say that?
man. Man, sound like you out there with Bone Thugs and Harmony,
Right.
man.
In the zone.
Right. So, hey man, only thing I can tell
Okay.
you, man, hey, you gotta run for cover, man. For
Right.
real. Yeah, take cover.
Mm-hmm.
You know, make sure the wife and baby's safe.
Now, what are you saying, Lisa Smith? You said he left a certain aspect out of the game. What are you talking about? And then, like I said, Larry, if you in the same hood where you done got, shot before, I would
Right.
think it'd be time to lay low somewhere else.
Right. Or whatever life you living,
Right.
man, you know, you're attracting that energy is coming back to you, man. Whatever, I ain't knocking whatever you do,
Yeah.
man, but you gotta think about your future, man. You know, because karma will catch up with you.
Okay,
You know.
Anthony said, who's the guest dropping jewels tonight?
Oh man, it's King Rychus, man. You know, uh, nationally known, locally accepted. You know, and just been in the game for quite some time, man. I was born in the game. So this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, Lisa Smith said, okay, he left out certain aspects of the game. How do you translate from it? Transition from it, should I say?
oh, how do I translate from how you transition
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
game?
yeah.
Growth and development. That's
Hmm.
basically what I'm saying. It's all about you knowing you. Don't nobody know you like you know yourself. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Because who's with you 24/7? You.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We may see ourselves as individual, but really we have a soul. We have a spirit, and we communicate with that. You know what I'm saying? You may think this may sound crazy or contrary to what I'm talking about, but when you alone, who you talk to, you may say it's Jesus, Muhammad, Allah, or well, you may call
Mm-hmm.
it
Buddha,
whatever,
whatever.
Buddha, what. But really, you talking to you.
Right.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So don't nobody know my point. So don't nobody know you and know what you need more than yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Even mama and daddy don't know that.
Exactly.
See, because certain things you haven't told mama and daddy in your lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So or your friends or people.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's things you got secret that only you know.
Yeah,
You
only
feel
chapters
me?
that you done read. Nobody
Exactly.
in the world
So
don't know
that's
about.
right. So that's the only way you can make that transition. Is dig deep inside yourself. Look inside yourself. Man or woman. Look at that man or woman in the mirror and say, "This is what I need to do with my life to better my life, to elevate my life from a condition. If you're not happy with the condition you're in, you're not satisfied with your financial, then you got to make the change.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it ain't no mystery. I don't believe in no mystery, nothing.
Right.
Everything's real.
For
There's
a reason.
for every cause there's an effect. For
Mm-hmm.
every action there's a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
What goes up must come down.
Down.
What goes around comes back around.
Around.
I believe in that theory.
Right.
So hey, it's the transition starts with you,
Okay.
sister. Right.
Now it's two. Larry said, that's what I do, but I gotta see mom. So basically, he what he's saying, he went to mom's house. He don't stay there. He went to see her, and while in the process of seeing her,
He got some beef in the
yeah, they
gun.
yeah, something like that.
Like I said, man, hey,
Hmm.
that sounds like some gangster shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't know what you're doing or
Yeah.
what, you know, whose dog you don't kick or what, or
Right.
whose cat you done skip, man. But you gotta right your wrongs.
Mm-hmm.
What you gotta correct it. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
get it, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you might have to, for mama's safety, you might stay away from mama's
Right.
house. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If they gunning at you, you might have to take a left,
Mm-hmm.
to the left, man. Let mama be cool. So she'll be, so if they don't see you, maybe they won't be shooting at mom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't time, you know what I'm saying? Like Tupac said, man, you know. I know he was screaming dear mama, but
Hmm.
sometimes we gonna have to man up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can't be, we gotta let mama, stay on the side so she'll be safe.
And just
You
you
know what I'm
just
saying?
mentioning that, I'm just reading. James said, "Sad to say, but like Tupac said, you need money for war."
Yeah, yeah, man. That's why we shouldn't be out here doing silly stuff, man, or just getting into stuff, and you're not prepared to deal with the stuff, the consequences that comes along with it, or the circumstances that comes with whatever it is you into. If you're not prepared to deal with that, you don't need to be in that game, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be playing on contact sports or trying to play football and you ain't got no uniform.
Mm-hmm.
You just want to run out there and play with everybody. You know what I'm saying? This contact sport, but you ain't got no unipads or no
Right.
equipment.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. So
Now, James also came back and said, "You're right. Only you know, and something you have to go to hell with."
right, exactly.
And then Lisa Smith came back and said, Why do you think people glorify the life so much?"
Well, that's simple. This America. America glorifies, you know, crime, drugs, money,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Violence, sex, drugs, and violence.
Right.
That's what this country glorifies.
Mm-hmm.
It's all over the television screen. It's not just so much the game or the life of being in these streets.
Right.
This is what this country was built on.
Built and founded on.
Sex, drugs, and violence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Murder, rape, robbery, gangsterism,
Mm-hmm.
basically. You know what I'm saying? From the inception. You know what I'm saying?
Capitalistic society.
Going back to the slave trade, the
Mm-hmm.
transatlantic slave trade. This was all business. This is money. They had a commodity, and it was human resources, human
Mm-hmm.
bodies.
She also added, also people don't talk about uh, the toll it takes on them as well as their inner circle.
Right. What, the life?
Why? Yeah, glorifying and stuff. They just glorify, but they don't tell the bad side, the downsides of it.
Well, I don't know. I think it's more to it. It's not just so much glorify the game. It's just that those who live the life, it's real. You know what I'm saying? Whether you a gangster, mac, pimp, hustler, whatever it is, what comes along with that is fame. Whether you infamous, it comes money, prosperity, it comes power,
Mm-hmm.
and a certain level of respect.
Right.
So whatever circle you in, you're gonna gain those entities. You're gonna gain that certain level of respect,
Right.
money, power, fame, fortune. What it comes with that. That's what the glorification comes. But a lot of people don't just do this for fame and fortune. They do it to feed their families,
Right.
to feed themselves, to
Mm-hmm.
feed their children because they don't find there's no other way out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we could say, oh, well, you can get a job and this, that, and the other, but can't forget, we still live in America
Mm-hmm.
with 3Ks. Right.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
James said, it's just like watching a mafia movie. You glorify it, but you don't want to play the game.
Yeah, you don't want to be a part of that life.
Right.
Yeah, I like gangster shit, but I don't want to be caught up in the mix of being put in the trunk and shot up
Yeah,
like
get
in
my
Gunfellas.
wig took off and all.
No, I don't
Nah.
want that. It looks good on TV, but
Right.
that ain't what I want.
Because on TV, you can say, cut, you know,
Right.
go to your trailer.
And I can get
No.
out the trunk and whatever.
Right.
You know, take off the fake blood shirt. And all
Right.
that. Yeah, but you can't do that in real life. Man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, real life, man. You get it to the morgue, man,
Mm-hmm.
or the cemetery.
Yeah, your family struggling to
Talk.
get that
They-
money up to put you in the ground.
Your family is mourning.
Right.
You know, you got people grieving now.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no TV movie. This ain't Minister Society Boys in the Hood. You know what I'm saying? You know, them cats are still around. You know, Morris Chestnut,
Right.
O'Shea Jackson
Yeah.
is millionaires
Yeah.
now for making movies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But okay, Tony came back and said the glorification is the biggest tragedy associated with the game, and the problem with that is not glorious at all.
Well, the glorification really comes with the fame.
Okay.
You can't separate them. You see what I'm saying? Because we know there's a lot of famous players. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of, you know, big time, you know, drug dealer who was kingpins. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's not so much that we praising them. It's just that when you come from a society or an environment, you become a product of it. If you're a product of your environment, these are your heroes. You know, the cats with the nice cars, with the money. You know, with the power, with the level of respect. Those become your heroes in your communities, in your your environment.
Yeah, because you see that that's within your spectrum of view.
That's what you see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like watching TV. If you live in the ghetto and you see people that's having nice things and having everything, you're like, man, I want that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want a nice house. I want fame and fortune.
Mm-hmm.
So you try to figure out a way that you can get it, and you see these people around you that's getting it, that has it.
Yeah.
So they become your heroes. And you start to glorify them, and if not, praise them and worship them.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? That's what you call idols.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just a part of life. That's been happening all throughout antiquity, history. You know, you study history, there's always been idols,
Yeah.
gods and pharaohs and kings and rulers where the whole nation looked up to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, that's on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really no different. This is just on a base level, you know?
Now James said I got my scars and I had to learn the hard way.
Okay.
And then Tony came back and said to jump into that life you pay a price for it. You dig?
Well, you know, it's not for everybody, first of all.
Right.
Everybody can't jump into it, be on you like no t-shirt.
Exactly.
It's got to be in you, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's all, that's what the life is, the game is real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's people, who want to play basketball, put on, everybody wear a basketball jersey, ain't basketball players.
Yeah, and lace up some Jordans or something like that.
Just because you got Jordans on, man, don't mean you can fly, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the game's got to be on you, man, or in you. It ain't on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you're right. It's not for everybody. First of all, there's a whole bunch of cats trying out for the NFL and don't make it. You know what I'm saying? Or the basketball league, and they ain't making it. So it's a small percentage.
Right. So that means you got to make a way out of no way in another area that you can gravitate to and make the best out of.
Right.
So Larry said he's surviving. Well, like
How
I
old is
said,
he?
how old are you? Matter of fact, reiterate y'all's ages so you kind of get a better perspective. I know Tony. Tony, you said you're 43. Tony's 43 who did that.
Okay, so he been around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so my young homies is that 44, 45.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm the OG to a lot of my dudes because they was younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
They just hitting 40 or over 40. You know what I'm saying? So the cats, around his age, yeah, you in your mid ages, man.
Okay, James is 38. Lisa Smith says she's 31.
Okay, yeah, so.
How old are you again, Larry? You said you're going through these problems. How old are you again? He's 34.
Okay.
Or he'll be 34 in June.
34. Yeah, so he's who, Larry?
Yeah, Larry, that his mom's house got shot up or whatever.
So yeah, young man. Yeah, Larry, he's still You know what I'm saying? 35 and under is a young man to me.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I would say, man, at this point stage in your life, bro,
Hmm.
bust a U-turn. Real talk. You know,
Yeah, in a serious way.
right, real talk. And I ain't even joking, man, because I come from that life,
All right,
man.
Tony. If you come back, you know we're recognizing you. I'm glad you
Right.
made your comments within
This
this
little
stream.
section. That's right. Peace. Yeah.
He said, "For real, I like to solve problems. You like to solve problems, but you can't solve the problems when the area where the problem happened. That's where other people get caught in a funk that they
Yeah.
shouldn't be caught
You
into.
don't get but whatever it is, I don't know what the beef is, and we ain't here to talk about all that.
Yeah.
But whatever it is you shouldn't involve your family.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're a real G and you're talking to an OG, this is the OG talking. You don't mix family with that life.
Right.
That's you keep the family on the safe.
Mm-hmm.
In particular, the wife, the children, you keep them out the way.
Right.
See, now I've been in the game for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Gang affiliated, whole associated, pimp dedicated.
Huh.
I've been about that life, man. You know what I'm saying? And when the war was on, when the funk was on, it was on.
Huh.
There wasn't no kids or women involved. Believe me when I tell you that.
Huh.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When the dubs went up, the guns came out. Okay? And it wasn't for show. It wasn't for show and tell, man. It was real. The funk, it was on and popping. So
Yeah.
sort of like what you talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So from an OG perspective, man, you gotta separate the two.
Hmm.
You know? For not only your safety, but your family's safety. If you care anything about your mama and your family, whoever's in that household, you won't separate yourself from that, then maybe they'll have enough respect for her to be like, okay, whoever we looking for is not there. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my perspective, man. You know what I mean? Take it or leave it, man.
Yeah.
That's words from the wise, man.
Matter of fact, I just this is the same topic we kind of going down the area when I did a interview with Doobie Sugar Wolf Pimp. He's basically saying like, uh, the Rickies, the dope boys, they ain't the ones that get killed. It's the Rickies that die.
Yeah.
The innocent people that ain't had nothing to do with none of this.
Right.
So
Right.
that's what you're trying to watch out for.
Yeah, the bosses don't get caught up in no funk. It's the foot soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I don't want you to get it twisted. I don't want you thinking that, it's I'm glorifying this or nothing, but
Yeah.
I'm not.
No.
I hate the fact that you're going through what you're going through.
Right.
But you got to get a grip on the situation, and that starts with yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if you got to separate yourself from the hood or wherever you at, where the funk is on, if you want to spare your life or spare your families, you got to separate yourself, man. You got to, even if you got to remove your family from the situation, you know.
Hmm.
But you got to elevate yourself from that.
Now,
that life.
Larry said, niggas just know me. They haters. Because I guess he said niggas must have seen him when he came in to see his mom. So that who you don't know who got on the line and say what. Like, yeah, we done seen him touch down again. It's just a matter of moments of things like that. We in the generation where everybody got a phone on them or something like that. So you gotta kind of pre-think these type of things. Before I'm just gonna go see.
So basically, you're saying you got beef.
Yeah.
You got some beef with these cats.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's a sticky situation there, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah.
he into,
right.
Or what they don't, what type of relationship you don't have, and that's a sticky situation, man. Sometimes we can jump from the jelly into a jam, and then we be like, man, how can I get up out of this?
And then this is what James was adding. It kind of speaks to what you said. He said, my brother did time in prison, and people didn't know that he had a little brother for a long time. That saved my life.
Right. Okay.
So I guess, that's part of, keeping your family from, facing any strife. Like, oh, he got a brother. We could get at him because,
that's
he got family.
That's part of
Gotta hurt him.
It's part of gangsterism. It's part of retaliation.
Huh.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna have to, and I know the meaning of retaliation.
Yeah.
When one of the homies get popped. or you do something to our family members.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? I understand that perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? But what's been perpetrated is black on black violence.
Yeah.
That's what's been perpetrated in the society.
Mm-hmm.
We'll retaliate on each other, but when a police or somebody kill us, then we want to march and have sit-ins and protests. No, we ain't gonna go get that person who killed our loved one. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's what. But if it was the mob, it was them Italians, the Germans. Oh, you best believe if somebody raped their daughter or mama or did kill somebody in their family, that person ain't gonna make it to the courtroom. They ain't gonna
Right.
make it to the jail room.
Huh.
If it was some real mobsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't give a damn who you are.
Huh.
They gonna come see you. If you and I don't watch enough gangster movies, so to speak, to know that the mob don't play, because they are the policemen, they are the judges, they are the
Business
prosecutors.
order and
You know
all
what
that
I'm
kind of
saying?
stuff.
So you get out of line if you want to.
Now, these two comments, if you read, want to put them together, it kind of makes sense on both. Okay, James just said back in the days, dudes would smoke weed and drink beer, a little bit of coke. Now these young cats are on 6 different drugs and their brain cells are fried and they don't care no more. Then on top of that, Larry said, "Cause I fucked
Yeah.
one of their women, I guess that's why they at him, cause he got at one of their bras or
Well,
whatever."
I'm tell you something, man. Right. And if you know these cats' mentality is at that stage, is really at the stage of you say if they own all of these drugs, they smoking weed, which ain't really the real weed.
Yeah.
It's some other shit.
Mm-hmm.
Alcohol, got all these chemicals mixed.
Mm-hmm.
That's a substance for disaster.
Yeah, deadly
Basically.
concoction.
And then you cross paths with these type of individuals or step on their toes. Come on, man. For real. We gotta become thinkers, man. We can't just be actors.
Right.
We gotta become thinkers now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get a grip on yourself. And that's one of the mob codes. It's always been one of my codes as a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Just being in the game. Never mess with your partners, your homeboys, girlfriends,
Mm-hmm.
their wives.
Right.
I never fell for that. It ain't no fun if the homie can't have none.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, that's my homeboy's wife.
Yeah.
I respect that. And that's a mob code. We don't mess with, the brothers' wives,
Mm-hmm.
they girls. No, that's off limits.
Right.
So whoever these cats, you don't deal with, I don't know if you knew them or what the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So if you was, trying to pimp on her or just have sex with
Yeah.
her, you know what I'm saying? These girls are shiesty.
Or that, and
Yeah.
I would say stress this: stay away from that pillow talk too.
Right. These girls are shiesty, and if you don't know who you dealing with,
Mm-hmm.
man, they can set you up, man.
Right.
Man, she probably wanted the culprit behind it all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For real, but I obviously she is.
Right.
I'm just saying, you gotta know who you're dealing with, man.
Mm-hmm. That's why you was breaking down earlier. Basically you stress about getting a conversation. If you're trying to meet someone,
Oh man, you got to know who you're dealing with,
right?
Man. And that's the main thing I emphasize when I was having that conversation with the girl. I said, one thing you gotta understand about me: I'm a man. I'm responsible. I said, you ain't got a lie to kick it with me.
Mm-hmm.
You can be yourself. I want you to be honest. Feel like whatever you want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? She told me about her relationship, and she brought some lame up here from Mississippi, Alabama.
Yeah.
He didn't have his stuff right down there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the first thing popped. Me being a player, that's the first thing popped in my head. I said either he gonna flip the script on her, or she gonna flip the script on him.
Mm-hmm.
Because they in a different environment.
Yeah.
It ain't the same.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't Alabama.
Right.
This ain't backyards of Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
This is Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna see all these lights and all this shit. Yeah, this ain't that shit you seen in Jackson.
Right.
Mobile, Alabama.
Backwoods.
Yeah, so she felt me too. When I put that in perspective, she like, yeah, you right too. And that's why he flipped the script on me. I know, because as a kid, I watched my uncles. They all from Mississippi. They country boys.
Yeah.
You wouldn't dare have a white woman down in Mississippi, right?
Right.
They get up here, all of them married white men. And I'm a kid and I seen this shit. Okay? So that's why I know.
Now see how you structure this comment or response, Larry. This is kind of telling. I'm gonna reiterate so Righteous hear it. I'm just a cool nigga from East Cleveland walking with racks.
Okay. I ain't laughing at you, man. I'm laughing with you, man, because you have racks, man, that make you laugh. You feel me? I'm gonna ask you this. You got racks and you a cool nigga. What's your credit score like?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. You got a credit card? You got a bank account?
Yeah, you said you
Yeah.
33.
Yeah, he said he's 34.
Yeah, well, he'll be
Yeah.
34 in
Okay,
June,
yeah.
he's saying.
Right. Yeah, he's 34.
Yeah, you might as well say he's 34. Yeah, that's
Right.
next
Now,
month.
you forgot the 9 months,
Right.
man.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, you got racks, but do you got credentials? What's your credentials like? You got a bank account? Okay. You got a credit card? Because that's what you're going to need in the future. You know what I'm saying? You may be like, no, I got racks on racks on racks. But wait till you hit 40.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be like, man, somebody told me. You know what I'm saying?
And with that being said, having racks, that means you're in the eye of something if you stressing it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People's looking at you. They watching.
What they got out there? The dog pound is out there, ain't it? Yeah, somebody gonna let the dogs out on you, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They hungry. I know they
Right.
hungry out there. So you gotta be true to yourself, man. It's a bigger picture than just being a cool brother and having racks. It's a bigger picture than that, man. Because eventually you're gonna have to become a man. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You're a young man now. You know, in my eyes, you 34, 34. Man, I remember I was 35. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was in my second childhood, but I grew up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give you the heads up before, you know what I'm saying, so you don't make those mistakes. By the time you reach 40,
Right.
I'll give you to 40, man. If you survive the game, or if you survive this war you into right now, you make it to 40, man. You know, if you want to get up out that situation and get your mama out that situation, that means you gotta get your life in order. You know, that means you gotta get. You know, you got to get more than racks. You got to get some credentials. That means you got to get your credit right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way you're going to be able to change your situation. You know what I'm saying? You got to change your way of thinking.
Now James added, he said, you got to be like Dave Chappelle said, no phone at his concerts. Females are using Google apps, telling their main dude their location and pushing their wigs back.
Oh, yeah. I already know that. I figured that out. Once I got on Facebook, I started peeping like, man, actually, I had a little demonstration where with one of my ex, you know, some dude she was hollering at, and you know, and I need to holler at him, you know, just man to man, you know what I'm saying. And I happened to get on Facebook, right, and I seen him, but he was under a different name. But then you can pull up your pictures and all, you can pull up your whole profile, even if we ain't friends. You punch him on and be like, oh man, that's him. I know him. And why? Lo and behold, he had his location where he was at. He was at the 200 Club and had the map with the pin. I was like, the pinpoint where he was at, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. So I was like, okay, let me see. So I rolled up there, right?
Yeah.
Just to see. And lo and behold, I ran. Well, actually, he wasn't there, but I ended up going over to the 4th Street. He happened to be there. Because he must have left there and went over there. And I was like, see, this should have get you this GPS.
Yes,
That's all it is, a GPS system. And I was like, man, so I hollered at him or whatever, you know, like, hey, man, yeah, he been hollering at my, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On some gentleman type shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, that's what men do. Men handle things in a gentleman fashion, than getting, you know, gangster. Now, when I was younger, it would probably been just what you going through. Some, oh, man, you hollering at my girl, man, we're going to shoot up something.
Right.
But no, I don't handle it. We handle it like gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Right.
I was gonna add. Larry said, "Now I see why them haters, you know, shot at me," and then basically, Lisa Smith said, "They see you as an easy mark because you got racks."
Right, because you're a walking billboard.
Right, and you probably stressed that to the female, and like she could have went and told her, like you said, her main guy, like, yeah, this nigga got money.
He got racks.
Yeah,
he got racks on racks on racks. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, we're gonna go see him.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta change the way you move, man,
Right.
if you want to survive. You know, that's from OG, man. Real talk. I mean, because, you know, I know it's like to run around here with pistols, you know, big guns, you know, because they watch my back every day. Because not knowing what my homeboys done did. They don't rob somebody or did something they wasn't supposed to be doing. So now I'm guilty by association, right. You know what I'm saying? Just by being affiliated.
Right.
They like, well, he one of them. Yeah, you know?
Try to run a gang injunction or something like that.
So yeah, I know what it's like to be a gun tote because we was at war,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and that's from being in the life, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, gang life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know I lived that, man. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all done got quiet. Matter of fact, who's the other people that's in the room? Make yourself known. Add something to the conversation, or add something that you want to say. Okay, Larry said real spill. They couldn't take nothing. They couldn't take. I'm hearing you talking, but you say you recovering from being
Right,
having
right.
lead poisoning. So I mean, I, I'll be real humble when it comes to that kind of area.
What, from being, he had left, or he was shot?
Yeah, he was
Okay,
shot.
right, okay.
So he said he's been recovering a year over that, being shot. I just knocked a badass woman. Uh,
Huh?
he said I just knocked their badass woman.
Hey, man, it sound like, man, where you going? You're going to have to get a bigger gun, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? You're going to got to get some bulletproof vests or something, man, because I don't know. It sounds like them niggas going to put you to the test.
Mm,
Real talk. I don't
right,
care how bad she is.
right,
Real. She can't. Is she there to protect you when they come at you? She can't be that bad.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, value yourself. All I can tell you, bro, value your life.
Mm-hmm.
You value yourself.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if you got kids, value your future because you want to be here for them.
Mm-hmm. You don't want nobody else being
Yeah,
in your place,
exactly.
raising your
Cause
seeds.
just as well as you bumped her, somebody
Mm-hmm.
can come bump your girl.
Yep.
It's the same shit, man. It's a cycle. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, be true to the game, man. Before
Okay. He's saying
game take you out.
I've been doing this since I was a teen.
Hmm.
That's what he said.
Doing what? Getting
I
shot
guess
at?
getting racks or whatever, getting money or whatever.
Okay. Well, you ain't. I mean, I know you ain't been getting shot at as a teen.
Right.
Okay. So it's a different. That's a different part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't just hustling. You sound like you're a hustler.
Right.
You know, sound like you on some gangster shit.
Hmm.
See, because if you was really on some gangster shit and you got these issues, word is born. You won't be on this chat line right now.
Right. Well, right now he's saying, nah, I just knock women.
Yeah.
Two right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Now James came back and said, why some people who have serious illness still do people dirty? Because I know a mechanic with cancer, and when you go take his car, he still has extra parts and shit. It's
Listen,
crazy.
huh? He has extra parts.
Okay, it says, let me reread it.
Was he a bad mechanic?
I guess
That's what
so.
he's saying.
But I guess he's saying if he got cancer, why are you trying to, do people dirty when,
Yeah, you in a
you
bad
dealing with
situation.
something?
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
basically, he's just like, shit, I ain't got shit else to lose, man. I'm about to die anyway.
Right.
So he's basically like, fuck it. That's probably his attitude.
Mm-hmm.
No, I hate to say it, but yeah, he probably like, I ain't got shit else to lose. I'm just gonna fuck people. I'm fucked, so I'm gonna fuck other people.
Right.
You
Mm-hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Probably mad.
Yeah, that
Mad
too.
at the, you know what I'm
Mad
saying?
at the world.
Shit. So he's like, I'm gonna go out with a bang. Fucking people over.
Okay, see, this is what I was talking about. Part of the pillow talk. He said, I just love women, and women tell me about them haters. But see, that's you listening to what a woman has to say about another man. You don't really know if she's still, connected to these people. You go and say something ill about this person, then she going to play reporter like she don't play reporter with you. They get wind of it, and that's where the funk gets started.
Right. Yeah, you may love them, but the question is, do they love you?
Hmm.
That's the real question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cause
And then Anthony came and said, hurt people seek to hurt people. Misery loves company. Facts.
what are you talking about?
No, he's just saying in general, like a person that's hurt her,
Oh, hurt
they
people.
hurt people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said hurt people.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
You're welcome, Lisa Smith. Let me see. Love don't pay the bills. That's true, Larry. That's true. Love don't pay the bills, but I mean, you can't put yourself in situations where your health is at risk.
I mean, were these women still with these other dudes? They had to be or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me draft that question. Are they
Yeah.
still with them? where they're gunning at you? Are they running in between? Because I know in some
yeah, they some choosy Susie.
yeah
She running back and forth.
yeah
Yeah, man, I had to deal with them type of cats, but you know, them type of women, I just let them, you know, go on about their business.
mm-hmm
Yeah, I ain't got time for that. I ain't gonna be fighting with no nigga over that.
right.
You ain't worth it,
Like I said, that's why
especially no
it
hoe.
takes time to get to know a person. I don't care how fine a person look.
Yeah.
They could have a shitty character inside that shell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nah, she says they be bums. But see, like I said, that still falls under pillow talk. You up here listening to whatever she's saying about, you
So
know, this other dude.
she said they be bums,
Yeah, the other dudes.
but she fucking with them.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
that cancels itself out right there. What you
Yeah,
just said.
yeah. She null and void. She, you know, she one of them girls that hop from dude to dude. You know, so.
If y'all ain't had the chance like this
Yeah.
to get a better placement in the notifications, you know. If you ain't liked it, and the people that ain't said nothing say something. It's only been so many people commenting. There's 14 people in this room right now.
Yeah, the women get you caught up in a situation, man.
Hmm.
If you let them.
So ask some new kind of questions. Oh, you got something about women? You got something more about life? I mean, you know, come with some topics so we can run with it. You know.
Come. And that's one thing I learned about a woman, man. And I think that's what really made me choose a certain type of woman, because I knew if that woman is into me, she's into me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, she ain't gonna be here, there, and all the other places. Yeah, I know that woman's time. She gonna be like, hey, you know, you told me to call me at a certain time, be a certain place, you know, and act a certain way, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm a young nigga thinking like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she follow my instructions and follow my lead, that's my woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not running to me talking about what some other dude done did and said to her. You feel me?
Right.
No, she with me. So I know her program and her movement.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, Max Shea, this must be directed towards me. He said, "What makes a good interview? You witnessing right now what makes a good interview? You know, y'all putting up the comments, and you know,
Yeah, y'all thoughts.
yeah,
Y'all
your
perspectives
thoughts.
on things. You know what you know, what's on your mind.
Right.
Basically.
None of this is like, you know,
This ain't
structured like a like you would see on Fox or NBC or anything like that. Now, and what's your feelings? No, it's what you're
yeah.
kicking from your heart,
This ain't
100.
this
You know,
ain't Oprah and Donna here.
right?
You know what I'm saying? This is some news you can use, man.
Okay. Lisa Smith said, "How do you steer children from doing what you do?"
You don't. You can't. For real.
Yeah.
See?
The
Because
more you try that, the more they go to it.
because for one, it's all around them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, education starts at home.
Correct.
Yeah, I believe. I'm a firm believer in that. It all starts at home, because whatever it is that's in your heart or in your mind, whatever you don't see it on television, on the radio, or you may have seen your uncles or aunties do, or whatever in society, you know, you could have been went to the corner store and saw something that changed your whole perspective on life.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? You know, whether you male or females, you know, some little kid probably went to the corner, saw some dude arguing with his woman, you know, probably took her money and smacked her or something.
Right.
Okay, real talk.
Yeah.
As a kid, you might be like, man, I want to be like that. You know, and come to find out his name was Ike. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to be like Mike, and you finally ran into Ike. You like, I don't want to be like Mike. I want to be like Ike. You feel me? So just saying that, and some girl might be like, saw some dude she liked, or some dude that really liked her, you know, gave her some money and a bag of candy or whatever, and she realized, well, damn, he do it, and Tom do it, and Jerry do it too.
Mm-hmm.
They both, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
Right.
And they should grow up with that personality, that character. Like, I can get what I want from him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember when I was a kid, Jerry and Tom and Mike and all these cats used to give me candy and give me money.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll see if I can get up out, if I get him to pay my rent,
Mm-hmm.
pay my phone bill.
Right.
And that's what happened. That's how it starts.
Mm-hmm.
It starts when you're a youngster. You know what I'm saying? So whatever's in your heart, in your mind, you're gonna do anyway. So you can't really steer them. Basically, what you're saying, how do you steer kids from reality?
True.
Okay?
Yeah.
If they're in this type of environment, that's what they're gonna become products of, their environment. Some may bite, some may not. You know what I'm saying? Some may escape that environment, be like, I ain't trying to be like that. But the majority of them gonna be like, man, they become victims of it. You know what I'm saying? They become products of their environment.
Now, James just said you got some women that keep scores of all the dudes who they done dirty. It's high. It's a high for them, a form of gratification.
Oh yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah,
That's my point.
right.
You know, and they'll get you if you let them. But when they run into a true player,
Mm-hmm.
a true trooper, they'll see, damn, I can't run that game on him. You know why? Because he already 2 steps ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
He already peep game. See what I'm saying? You know, and I'm 50. You know what I'm saying? I got some 40-year-old women trying to run that game on me. I'm like, girl, come on. This is high school shit to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like collegiate shit. What you talking? I'm a professional. You feel me? You trying
Right.
to run collegiate game on a professional.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. That's why I was like, let's stop it. You know, so when you stop them in their tracks and they ain't got no more, cards to play,
Right.
or they trying to play checkers and you playing chess,
Mm-hmm.
then they realize, damn, it's a king on my pawn.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
baby,
check.
it's gonna be a flag on the play every time with me.
It's king on my pawn, checkmate.
Mm-hmm.
It's like nothing else I can do. Yeah, so
Now, Anthony said, I heard somewhere, wherever there is opportunity, there's opposition. So be prepared, champ.
that's life. Yeah, that's
Right.
life. You're gonna have opposition all throughout life, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you just a lot of people can't recognize opportunity. When it hits them in the face, some can't recognize it. You know what I'm saying? So when opportunity comes, we gotta know whether to take it or not. That's what we gotta do.
Right. Okay. They always looking for the leaks. Yeah, the leaks of someone weak.
Right.
You kind of said that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Like how you meet someone, that's how they assume you to be. And like I said, you can't change that up. Like, well, I'm not weak anymore when you've been playing a weak
Right.
role the whole time when you first met them and everything.
The first impression is normally the best. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What you demonstrate, that your representative when you meet a person,
Mm-hmm.
that's what they're gonna look at you. So, because they're sizing you up from that point on.
Right.
Well, this is what I can do with him. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So if you lying and beating around the bush and ducking and dodging and trying to be something that you're not, oh, it's gonna come out eventually. And then she's gonna pull your whole card. She's gonna be like, "This is who you really is."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Vice versa,
Huh.
because you're faking and perpetrating. That's why you gotta keep it 100, keep it
Mm-hmm.
real. You know?
I see y'all slowing up on on the comments. Y'all talking between each other. Everybody trying to shoot their shot at Lisa Smith.
It was Lisa's. What, somebody on there?
Is a female, who she been adding comments, but they talking in between each other, just saying,
Okay.
"What's up with you, Lisa Smith?" And
Oh yeah, okay.
matter of fact, it's Larry shooting his shot. Dude, you should slow down a little bit. You shooting your
Right.
shot with all these different females and coming up with all this different funk. That ain't cool at all.
Right.
Oh, you like Lisa? Oh, that hey, she stay home. Do your thing.
Oh, they know each other. They
No,
say shit.
no, they just see her in the comic. I don't know
Okay.
if you can really see her, but
No, I can't, man.
yeah.
Shit, I need glasses to see all them little words.
Right. They should make it where it's big. Like, okay,
Right.
I see everything. Let me see. Throw some more comments up. We'll bat them joints up out the park. Well, not only me, but King Rychus right here. If y'all ain't said nothing before, add some. If you ain't hit that like button for the better notification, hit that like button so that these notifications will go out more quicker next time I do a live. Like I said, if y'all ain't lobbying nothing, no more questions, I might end it early. We been on for like an hour.
Right.
Yeah, we done covered a lot of ground and what y'all done had to say. Larry just asked Lisa Smith, you ain't a catfish, are you?
Right.
I guess that's prevalent on this internet. get to meet someone in person and be Big Bertha from the 600. You know, what's that show where people can't stop eating or whatever, they're all bedridden and all that.
Um, shit, for real, me, Vespucci. Yeah,
How you doing?
right.
No, you're gonna have to. Wait a minute. Let me look. Okay, Lisa Smith asked you, what sets you apart from others?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
What set me apart from others? Shit, I'm one in a million. What set me apart from others, man?
Yeah.
I'm one in a million. I'm that one sperm that made it to that egg cell. You feel me? Out of a billion, I guess they say. You know, when a man ejaculates, he releases a billion sperm cells. They say I'm that one that made it to the egg.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and went from the 0 to the 9. Then mama pushed me out of the womb and said, "Nigga, go get it."
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, pushed me out and said, "Hey, you're gonna have to go make it." You know what I'm saying? One day, cause my mama, was a road runner. She was a go getter.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's what separates me from the rest. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Now, Anthony just asked you, how us young niggas, how can we make it to where you at in life? Being able to get older, essentially.
Anthony, how old is he? That's the 40.
Anthony, how old are you again? I don't know if you said how old you were.
No, I don't think he did. It's the other cat.
Matter of fact, state your age so we know.
Talking, yeah. About parallel.
Because if you say like I'm 68, I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know what to tell you.
Keep on living, man.
Right.
You don't live longer than me. If you 60.
And then Larry said, what do you think about being original?
Original what?
Yeah. What kind of original? Because you always got to be original yourself. If you trying to be somebody else's, you lost right there.
Yeah, original what? Original gangster, original player.
Okay,
Original...
Real Spill OG, what do you think about being original? Because niggas out here different or cut different.
Right. Well, like I said, we all cut from a different. Yeah, we cut from a different cloth. Some is made of fine linen. Some is made of silk. Some niggas made of cotton.
Hmm.
You know. Some
Then we got those rayon types.
We got some niggas straight polyester.
Yeah, right.
You feel me? So we all cut from different cloth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm cut from a cloth that they don't make no more.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So, as far as me being original, I'm an original man. I'm a black man. First, the original peoples of the earth were black people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a fact.
Right.
It ain't just something I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, look it up. Stay
Right.
here, take my word for it. Go research it.
Yes.
You feel me? But I'm original because I'm a black man. So that means I'm privileged. It's an honor to be black. You know what I'm saying? As bad as the society may look down upon us,
Mm-hmm.
but always remember it's a privilege to be black because we are melanated people. You see what I'm saying? We're protected. Once you get in tune with yourself and who you are, we're protected against forces, that's coming against us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get in tune with yourself and the creator. We got, I don't think half of us even take time out to look up in the sky,
Mm-hmm.
and see, and like, this is a big galaxy we in. The Earth is in space.
Right.
Okay?
We on the spaceship right now.
This is the mothership itself.
Right.
We got to get in tune with what's out there in the universe. We are connected with that. But we're trapped in the body, and we're trapped on this earth, this earthly plane, that we're not even in tune with the universe.
Mm-hmm.
We don't study science. We don't study astrology. We don't study astronomy. We don't study none of these sciences. This is stuff we ran from in school. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, and we got stuck on this level. That's why I said we stuck on a carnal level, like we on all fours, like a beast. It's stuck in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But when we raised up above this level, the drugs, the alcohol, the fornication,
Right.
all this stuff that we doing.
All these different
they
vices.
rise above that thinking into a higher thinking. Stop thinking below the navel and thinking with our brain.
Yeah.
The mind that the Creator blessed us with. We need to start using it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, Anthony said he's 32.
Okay. Man, keep living, man. Do the right thing like Spike Lee. You'll make it.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's all I can say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he said, what were some of the keys of longevity in this day and age?
The keys to longevity, man, is knowledge, wisdom, understanding, good health, and wealth. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then Larry said, me, I just feel like I'm last of a dying breed. Then he also said, I'm watching Get Rich or Die Trying. So you must be watching that 50 Cent movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, actually, you are. You are the last of the dying breed because they got you on the society, not just them niggas. You know, the society got young black men under the scope. Believe it or not, they don't even want us here no more. They either want us dead or locked up. That's really the future that this government, the USA government, got planned for the black man.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then Lisa Smith said, Nation of Islam. Facts.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay. Yes, that's right up. It's right up my alley. You know what I'm saying? I'm Islamic also.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And, I was just listening to the minister earlier.
Hmm.
Minister Farrakhan spoke today for 3 hours.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. It's real.
And then Larry said, much respect, y'all.
Right.
And then James came back and said, you are so right. How can a female look fly all the way down, but go to the closet and to see some heels, but grab the Jordans?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, everybody got different tastes.
Right.
Everybody ain't gonna wear heels all the time either. You know what I'm saying? So, but if that's what a woman feels she want to wear, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I mean, you can have some level of class about yourself too.
Yeah, class decorum.
If you wear Jordans or you clean or you got to keep yourself up, whatever. Ain't nothing wrong with wearing some tennis shoes. I mean, that's why I look at it.
Yeah, and
But
Lisa Smith just said sometimes tennis shoes is
yeah,
more comfortable.
they way more comfortable. I seen women, run around or trying to walk in heels, look like they stand on an Eiffel Tower or something. That's how they be leaning and shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you ain't even built for those. You need some flip flops on or something, or some Jordans or some tennis shoes or something, some Air Force Ones or something. Cause them heels are like they about to fall to the side. Or your feet hurting or something.
And
So
then Troy said, I hate seeing that too myself. So
what?
he must like seeing females in heels over Jordans and stuff.
Teachers, different strokes for
Different
different folks,
folks.
man. So teachers on.
And then Anthony said, the FOI tried to get me in there today to listen. Farrakhan must have made an important address today.
Of course, he always do.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Every time the man speaks, it's important.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's a man who's been in this struggle or part of this movement trying to liberate, our people.
Yeah.
For 60 years, he been doing what he did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he ain't new to this. He ain't the new kid on the block.
They're trying to take the
Yeah.
chains off these
Yeah,
mindsets.
he's fighting for the hearts and the minds of our people.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we believe what he's saying or not, whether we believe in Islam or, it's the principles that he's teaching. Even though he's a Muslim, but the message he's trying to give us is that we must unite. We must stop all this homicide, this fratricide, this genocide, and suicide against ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's the real message he's trying to tell us. He's saying you got to come, put on a bow tie and nothing. No, just get the message, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he's Muslim, Christian, whatever. If they got a message that's gonna liberate you and keep you from doing the craziness or the madness that we're doing out here to each other in the streets, then that's what it's about, the message.
Huh. Now, Max Shea said, do y'all feel social media has any negative effects on society?
I mean, social media can be used in a good way and a negative way.
Mm-hmm. We also talked about this before.
It's either it's just a way of communicating,
mm-hmm.
just like we communicate now.
Mm-hmm. This is a form of social media when you think about
media.
it. Right.
We wouldn't be communicating if it wasn't for social media.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even know who King Rychus is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or your radio
TooCool2Khan.
Yeah, right. You wouldn't even know nothing about this if we didn't have social media.
Mm-hmm.
So this was a way for us to reach out and dialogue and talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's good. Technology is good. It's how you use it.
Hmm.
You know?
Okay, James said, so you're saying that it's cool to be a hoe in Jordans or flip flops? The hoes from back in the day used to be
Oh,
classy.
he's talking about hoes.
Yeah,
No,
but
I
now
ain't. No.
he's talking to Lisa. Well, I guess it could be us or
See
Lisa
him?
Smith, but she
Oh.
said, "I'm not a hoe. I hustle."
Okay, right.
Yeah.
No. No, right. See, there you go again. See, now we're generalizing. We're
Okay.
generalizing the subject as far as women wearing Jordans or tennis shoes or heels.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Women wear heels for different reasons,
True.
not just because they're hoes.
Right.
See what I'm saying? We can't get that twisted. Some
Mm-hmm.
women wear heels because they want to dress a certain way, or they go into a certain event.
Yeah, or they're in a
Okay,
business
or they're in a
setting or something.
business, right? Exactly, a corporate world. They
Mm-hmm.
wear heels.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's women that not just necessarily hoes, but that are dancers, that are exotic dancers. Some
They
women,
do hair,
you know,
in a shop or something.
you know what I'm saying? The women that's in the club,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
entertainment business, they wear heels
yeah,
because that's a part of their job.
yeah.
Not just sure because they're hoes. They're entertainers. See what I'm saying? Now, but yeah, I know the hoes that have their hoe boots on. You know what I'm saying? I know that because I've been in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so real stomp down hoes wear heels. That's part of the uniform.
Right.
Okay? But it's pretty hard to wear, 6 inch stilettos and 12-foot inch of snow. You know what I'm saying? For real, from where I come from, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to have the Timberlands on around here. You know what I'm saying? Or the Eskimo boots or something.
Right.
So no, it's different strokes for different folks. And women, they just different. They got different class. Some women just like the more casual t-shirt, jeans, tennis shoe look. And some women are a little bit more classier, and it depends on which type of society or environment you come from.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you just come from the straight gutter, you can't expect someone to be classy in the gutter. You feel me? They're gonna be rough, rugged, and raw.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So they going whether they male or female. So you can't generalize it or stereotype women and just put them in one box. See what I'm saying? Because there's some women out here rougher than half some of these niggas. I can bear witness to
Right.
some of these niggas are softer than Tootsie Rolls. You know what I'm saying? And some of these women are hard as steel.
Right.
You feel me? Got more muscle and built than half these niggas.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just keeping it 100, man. You know?
So hopefully, we address that a situation covering the footwear and who should wear it and who shouldn't wear it.
Right.
Any more things y'all got on your tippy toes of your brain, resonating from your spirit within. It's been a good stream for
Right.
a while. We done went all kind of areas with it.
That's good.
You gotta make a move.
No, I was just
Okay.
checking my phone. That was kind of slow.
Let's see.
I've been chilling today, man. Little Bunny with me, I'm Bunny, little sister.
Yeah.
She's a Southern sister. I told you she's from Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
But she got a little class about herself. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna see where it go.
Now Troy said, what about health and what about veganism?
Oh no, I wouldn't recommend none of that. If that's what you want to do, but I wouldn't tell you to turn into Roger Rabbit, man.
Because he said poor health because of meat.
Well, that could be true in some instances, because too much of anything is bad for
Right.
you, man. Come on, you gotta just keep it real, man. Just by you eating chicken or beef is not gonna kill you. Yeah, we know it's processed a certain way,
You're right.
but the thing is taking things in moderation.
Mm-hmm.
Too much of indulging in anything can be harmful to you, whether it's just fruits and vegetables.
Right.
Too much of that can harm you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, just my thing is health. Not too much fried foods and what I'm saying, whatnot. Put everything in moderation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's where I live. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would recommend. I wouldn't recommend you going on 2-food diet and none of that soybean. No, that's that's what.
Okay, now he's saying, but they say, Basically talking about black health issues, and they say it's from heredity and stuff like that. So that's why you need to be more mindful of what you take
Yeah.
in.
Our health issues is based on high blood pressure, sugar, diabetes. You know, um, yeah, we consume too much sugar. We
That's the
consume,
main thing right there.
we consume too much grease.
Mm-hmm.
We consume too much pork,
Right.
which is swine's a lot of grease. If you fries bacon, what do you have? A skillet full of grease.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what you're eating. So
Right.
when you say health, you want to eat something more lean. You don't want to eat a plate full of some good grade A beef. Man, eat it in moderation. I don't mean you got to have a steak every day. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Eat it, chop it up, make you some stir fry or whatever.
And
That's
Anthony
have a
also
little bit of vegetables and a little bit of protein, a little bit, a little bit of chicken. You know what I'm saying? Mix it up.
right.
You don't got to indulge in it every day. Everything in my that's just my motto. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's time for you to go, you're gonna go regardless what the hell you eating.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Anyway, you know what
And
I'm
then
saying?
Lisa Smith said we deal with more stress than anybody.
Another thing, Black, she mentioned that.
Hmm.
That's another killer of us. Stress,
Mm-hmm.
you know, depression,
Right.
all that. You know what I'm
Said
saying?
stress damages our cells over
Right.
time.
So it's not just the food.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's our mental state.
You're right.
That's a part of your health.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I guess Anthony was saying high sodium and
Yeah.
hypertension.
Right.
Yeah.
You know. So we just got to eat balanced diets. Just balance it out. Exercise.
Okay, now see, Troy's coming back. He said, "You don't think the animals are stressed?"
Of course they are. That's why I say eat everything in moderation. I ain't say go eat a whole cow, go eat a whole chicken every. You know what I'm saying? No. That's why we gotta. Some people go organic
Mm-hmm.
because they know the animals and the food is raised a certain way.
Right.
See what I'm saying? I could recommend that organic foods because they know they feeding the cows and the animals
Yeah.
certain ways.
Versus the animals that are in a straight slaughterhouse
Exactly.
situation.
So you gotta know what you're eating. You gotta know what you're putting into your body.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would recommend. I ain't gonna tell you just go eat lettuce every day. You know what I'm saying? For real. Or eat carrots and celery.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's what you want to do, more power to you. You know. You gotta quit drinking so much. And to add on to that, quit drinking so much soda pops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
got a lot of sugar in there.
Start drinking more water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what your body consists of. 75% of your body is water anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even so much about the food. You don't really need the food to sustain this body. You just need that to sustain the protein to sustain muscle and
Mm-hmm.
your weight, keep
Yeah.
it balanced. But the body is really these are live organs. It needs water.
Yeah.
That's what keep this really running, operating right.
Yeah.
Like gas keep your car running.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this body needs water.
Now Troy done came back again. He said, "You don't look at the animal situation though."
I am looking at the animal situation. I know all about it. Yeah, I know how they're being manufactured. I know how they're being processed and whatnot. But the way we was raised in this society on meat, you know what I'm saying? You can take all the meat out your body. You know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna be deprived. If you don't get the right protein and vitamins and whatnot, you're gonna be depriving your body of that.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Now
can
he's
get
saying I look at it like slavery.
what?
The animal with the animals.
Well, it's different. It's more of a. It's not so much slavery. It's a commodity. Yeah, they don't. I know. I get it. They don't pump the animals up with all types of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just for to process them quicker. The chickens and all that
Right.
to make a profit. I
Mm-hmm.
get all that. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? But that's why I emphasize. Yeah, we can barbecue every day, eat meat every day. That's not good for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know that's not healthy in itself. You see, but the body is designed to digest certain things and shit. So we eat things in moderation, a little bit of vegetables, a little bit of meat, a little bit of whatever. Exercise, you know, develop our mental state. You're gonna live for as long as you're supposed to live. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can't determine how long we're gonna live. We don't. None of us knows when we're gonna check out.
Right.
You see?
Now, what you saying, Larry? You said, "What's up, bro? What did I miss something you say?" I seen you laughed at something. I seen you saying about a joke about. You said, "I seen another joke where they say I left the." I want to say the hen alone because she cooked the eggs before the bacon, or maybe you might have meant whole. I'm not for
Right.
sure. Let me go through these. Troy, they put a fan on them animals to make them shake and shiver.
Hmm. Well, they do a lot of shit to the animals. I mean, I'm just saying, good health just don't come from being no vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah, dairy products is good for you. Cheese, butter, milk, stuff like that. Yeah, that's protein. You can get, yeah. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff is processed. So,
Now, Lisa
you know,
Smith says some people need meat based
of
on
course,
your
right.
blood type.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I say you don't want to just cut everything out your diet. You don't want to just completely cut meat. Just cut down. You know, eat it in moderation.
Well, I mean,
Add some
to each his own,
vegetables.
because Troy just said,
Right.
I disagree with the milk.
You know. Oh yeah, that's the milk ain't. You know. I'm just saying, as far as children they need milk. Babies. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, as adults, we don't need milk.
Hmm.
Right. Okay. We don't need milk in that sense for bones and none of that because that's a myth. Yeah. You know. So, but as far as babies, they need milk to grow and develop, but not necessarily cow's milk. They need their own milk.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So yeah. You know, I wouldn't necessarily just, but you know, people use milk to eat cereal and shit
Well,
with.
now they saying
You
mother.
know.
Troy said mother's milk,
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I agree with that. You know.
and then old saying Anthony said old saying is you are what you eat,
Yep. Ain't no question.
and then Larry said, what do you think about a woman that cooks the eggs before the bacon?
Well, first of all, she shouldn't be cooking no bacon. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you ain't eating nothing but that's swine.
Right.
And if you a Christian, if you really believe in God or Jesus or the Bible, and the Bible, go in your Bible, they'll tell you, well, that pig is a forbidden animal.
Hmm.
Yeah, you know, Christ went against the swine, you know, they ran the demons into it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and whatnot, ran it into the ocean, the river. So it's forbidden. You know what I'm saying? If you,
Matter of fact, my family, old school that you seen yesterday,
mm-hmm,
he told me something about the pig. He said a rattlesnake will bite a pig and it won't
it
die
won't die.
because they ain't got no sweat glands or nothing like
Right.
that.
Yep.
So all that poison you eating all that whatever is done hit
Exactly.
that thing.
Yep. So that's one thing is forbidden in my book is that swine. So
Let me see.
she should be giving you some steak, you know, instead of
Right.
instead of eggs. I mean,
Yeah.
instead of, you know, bacon.
Right.
She
You giving her steak, she should give you
should give
steak
you
too.
steak and eggs, man. That's what I want. I don't want no bacon and eggs.
Mm-mm. I guess he might throw a monkey wrench. Oh, what if it's turkey bacon?
You
That's a
know.
little different.
Well, you say y'all what you eat, man.
Exactly. Exactly. You a jive turkey.
Yeah, right.
Let me see. What y'all know? The Bible is fake. That's what Troy just said.
Fake in what way?
Okay, elaborate on that.
Yeah. What you mean by fake?
You talking about the writers of it,
Or it just being a book.
or you talking about because
It's a real book. Ain't nothing fake about the book. What you talking about? The history of it?
or who wrote it? Well,
Right.
you
You
got to
gotta
think where it
yeah.
originally came from. They
Yeah,
transcribed it.
exactly. You gotta elaborate on what you mean by fake, because the fake, as in the stories, is what you must be saying.
Okay, Lisa Smith said it's not fake. It's been approved for the masses through history.
So they can hear us talking.
Yeah, they're hearing us. That's why they responded.
Okay, right. Okay.
He said, I meant the
It's
story
weird,
is fake.
Okay, right. Well, actually, just like my man just said, yeah, the stories are written in parables,
Mhm.
written in code. The Bible is written in a code.
Yeah.
And, you know, so actually the history of the stories is about, it's a history of ancient peoples, but they just been rewritten in different names.
Right.
We don't know Hebrew, the Hebrew language,
Mm-hmm.
which, you know, these people that they're talking about. We don't know Arabic. We don't know the original tongues of these people. You know what I'm saying? That's just a modern day term.
You're
You know what I'm
right.
saying? We don't know ancient Greek
And you just
You know.
said Jesus is fake.
or Romans. No, actually, Jesus, you know, to give you the root of that word, man. The word is real. The history of the Jesus in the Bible that it's talking about is not the actual. Actually, if you really know the Bible, you'll know that there's more than one Jesus.
Yeah, because he said
Yeah,
it's plagiarized from
right.
other ancient stories.
Exactly, right. And that's true. So what I'm saying, as far as Jesus is concerned, this word Jesus is an English word. You know what I'm saying? Which they made up from a prophet or of that region of Israel, who was a
Mm-hmm.
prophet of what his name was Hashua. You know what I'm saying? But they changed the name. That's the Hebrew name for him, which was Yeshua. They changed it. The English people changed it to Jesus. But
Mm-hmm.
I believe the Greeks or the Latin, they didn't call him Jesus. You know what I'm saying? It's an ancient Latin word, Jesus or
Mm-hmm.
Esau. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Arabs called in Arabic is Esau. And Jesus. Yep, that's the Greek, and there's a Greek word for him, but I can't, really recall Zeus.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
This is where that word derived from, the ancient Greek term Zeus, which was a Greek god. Okay, you
They
know
called him. I can't make that out.
they called it. No, yeah, it's okay. I know you talking about Serapis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they got the ideal of Jesus from. That's not what they call Serapis was a Greek, a Roman god who made his image in Alexandria in ancient Egypt. That's where Alexandria is,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's where this whole term that of Jesus' whole ideology of a God concept for the Europeans came from was Serapis. I know I'm with you on that. You know what I'm saying? But wasn't Jesus. See, because they got that term from someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Serapis wanted to be a god. He was from Rome,
Mm-hmm.
and he went into Alexandria, and he made them of that time make him a god.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I did a little knowledge, on this
Right.
research on this. So yeah. So I get it. So that's where that image of Christ came from. But that term Christ is not even Jesus' name. That's just a title. See, so if you don't understand that title, there was many Christ figures throughout the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, from David down.
Hmm.
David was a Christ. Solomon was a Christ. Moses was, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But they just didn't call them by that title.
Now he said, "What about the council?"
Yeah. The Nicene Council.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you.
Hmm.
Yeah, the Nicene Council is where they created all this.
Hmm.
See what I'm saying? That's where all this came from. So as far as what you're saying, as far as fate, the stories are allegoricals. You know what I'm saying? It's not real, just like fairy tales, like Jack and Jill and Mary had, but they're actual stories from other people
Mm-hmm.
that actually lived.
Yeah.
They got these come from ancient Egypt. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? They got these stories from. You know what I'm saying?
And then James just said, and they tell us there's only 10 commandments in the Bible, but in actuality, there are over 613 commandments.
Well, rather be
Hold on a second, y'all. Let me go out. Y'all getting schooled today? You had to take a call, so I'm moving out his way. So whatever business he got going on his phone line, you don't pick that part up. You know. Okay, hold on. Let me get back to him. He done got over with his call. Hold on a second. Okay, we still live.
okay, you said the Nicene Council?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, what was I saying?
Let me run it back. Okay, James said they tell us there's only 10 commandments in the Bible, but
Oh, yeah,
and
okay.
yeah.
Well, actually, that ain't true. You know what I'm saying? But actually, see, when you look at the Bible, you gotta look at that book not as so much of a holy book.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta look at it from a history book, a history perspective.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a book. The Holy Bible is one book that conscribes 66 other books
Mm-hmm.
that was written by people, by scholars.
Oh, this.
Okay, so you gotta look at it from, not just such a biblical perspective, but a historical perspective that this book was put together. There's people who some scholars who came together. You know, King James authorized, you know, as far as his Bible was concerned. But then you had the Latin Bible. You got, you know, which is the Roman Bible. You know who they wanted. It had 72 books in their Bible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then you had King James, who made his own Bible, which was the English version. You know what I'm saying? So
Now, Duluth Youngster said, check out the book that explains everything, Stolen Legacy.
right, yeah, by George G.M. James.
Hmm.
Right. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's basically what I'm saying. So I mean, we can get all into that, but you know,
Right.
it's just like, you know, this ain't the time and place.
Right.
You know, I
but
feel what y'all saying.
let
Right.
y'all know he can go
Yeah, we
in
can
those
go in there.
directions
Yeah,
too.
Stolen,
You know.
yeah, Stolen Legacy by George G.M. James.
Hmm.
Right. And then you also can check out books by Ivan Van Sertima. You know, the black man and his family, the black man of the Nile. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah, you know.
Let me see. You ain't had nothing more to add, Troy? You still there? You was
Yeah,
coming. You was
right.
coming with them.
Yeah, our history is deep. Our history is deeper than Atlantis, man. You know.
Like I said, if you new to the room, make yourself known. Say something. Say what's up, man. And like I said, if you ain't like none of the live stream yet, like it so it get a better ranking in the notification. That's what the likes for.
That's right.
Okay, Larry's just trying to shoot a shot at Lisa Smith in these comments. I'm seeing it ain't really nothing directed towards us.
Players be players, man.
True.
Play on, play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But shoot, I would think that would be
The last thing be on this.
Yeah, when especially she done been reading that like, damn, you got people shooting at you. I don't know if I want to get involved with you or not. You know,
hey, teach his own.
You might put me in harm's way or something.
Hey, it's a cold game, man. I know a lot of innocent bystanders that passed away out there. So.
Now, what's up? Is y'all done got quiet for a second? Anybody have something new to offer or what?
But I would say this, as far as our history in the Bible, all y'all got to do, that's curious about the history of Jesus, the Bible and all that, you study. Just go study and show yourself approved. That's what the Bible says. You know what I'm saying? One's research is best to qualify, yourself, you do the research, you can qualify yourself for, whatever it is you need to know about history, life, religion, whatever. You gotta do the research on it, man.
Right.
Okay, yeah, research is best qualified to one's reward from it, something like that.
Okay, do you think being with one partner is natural?
Who was that?
Lisa Smith.
Being with one partner is natural. Talking about a woman?
Like anybody, like, because how people have more than one woman on the side. Like, do you think it's a natural thing just to be with one person throughout your whole life, essentially?
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, that's not.
Because she said seeing women outnumber men is essentially what she's saying.
Okay. So, you're talking about a man then. See, because this is different. Okay, reason I asked, because it's a difference between males and females. See, because what I understand about a female is a woman is not, I guess you could say, promiscuous. You know what I mean? It's to be loose or to deal with different men because it's not in her nature.
Yeah.
That's not natural. You see, because it's not natural for a woman to be with different men. Not natural. Okay? Because she's not promiscuous by nature. It's only by circumstances.
Right.
That's make her be like, man, I'm going to do this, do that, right? But if she got a man that she's into and she cares about, she loves and she respects and she honors and all that, she's going to be with that man.
Right.
You feel me? Right, for the most part.
So you think colonialism plays a part where, that's why they call it bigamy, because they don't want you to be bigger than me, have more women than me.
Or a better term for that, you're a Eurocentric ideology is monogamy.
Yeah.
That's what they use against us. That's a Eurocentric ideology. One man, one woman.
Yep.
That's not Afrocentric. We're descended of Africa. We're not descended of Europe or the hills and caves of Europe.
Right.
We come up out of Africa. We come from the land of kings and queens. Okay? Pharaohs and chiefs and rulers. Okay? So, as far as that concept is concerned, that's a European concept. You know what I'm saying? A black man can have as many women as he can control.
Right.
Can basically control or deal with.
Yeah,
If
take
he,
care of.
yeah,
whatever.
take care of. Right.
Yeah.
That's a better term. If he can't take care of himself or take care of one, you don't need two or three women.
Mhm.
That's unnatural. What you gonna do with it?
Right.
Okay. So, and that's what we call polygamy. Okay. Or polygamy or polygyny, where men have multiple wives. Now, on a woman, the flip side of that, if a woman's a queen, a ruler, a pharaoh, or something, she may have multiple men. She may have a king, and she may have another wife, another husband, or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, well, like Queen, what's her name? Not Sheba. What's the queen? Cleopatra.
Yeah.
She was about that life.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But she was a queen. You know what I'm saying? And she was practiced polygyny based on the fact that she knew these Romans was trying to conquer and come take over. So she played their ass.
Yeah.
You feel me? So if you study that history, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so she practiced polygyny, because she was in a position of power. She feel me? And she had a way to deal with men who she felt was trying to conquer or take over her throne or her kingdom.
Because Troy came back and said, do you know the first rulers were women?
Of course. The mothers of civilization was women. I mean, the first person to give birth to man was a woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe. Okay?
Now, James came back and said they are talking about they found a bone, an Asian one, that they found a bone in Asia, I'll say. The first one, they're calling it a homo bone. And he said, wow.
Well, whatever type of bone it was, nothing predates the history of the black man and woman from the Nile Valley. Nothing. Go check it out. You know what I'm saying? We got, Dr. Ben Yakinen, Ivan Van Sertima, Carter G. Woodson. We got a bunch of scholars that can prove this fact that there's the civilization began in the Nile Valley. That's right there in Africa. Okay? Right. So.
Let me see. Let me make sure I didn't miss nobody's comment. Let me see. Like I said, there's 9 people in here. I don't think I heard from all 9 that's up in here. Or now it's 8. Someone say something that ain't been saying something. Voice your opinion.
Yeah, we've been talking to like
2 or 3 people. Yeah. And I mean, I know some people, they be nervous about having spelling errors, They don't want to look crazy. But like I said, you got these new phones, hit that mic on there and you can speak your text.
Exactly.
Okay, Troy said, do y'all think we live in a flat earth?
Of course not. Of course not. Study, I mean, you can Google that. That's science, If the earth was flat, if you watch a ship, come over the horizon, what I'm saying? It ain't, rising from, from some other, some other entity, because it can't be flat. It's coming over the horizon.
Now,
So
Troy just said there ain't no real pictures of Earth.
Oh, there is some real pictures. Why would he say that? He must not know that NASA exists.
Now he said, bet me $100. Okay.
See, now we just dealing with semantics, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We just got to study the science, you know what I'm saying? It's not so much about me, you betting me, or you proving me wrong. Just go do the knowledge to it, man, Google it. Google some facts about it.
Right.
You asking us about it, then you got a computer in your hand.
Right.
Google it.
Hitting us, you could be like, let me get off this stream.
Yeah, Google
check that out.
What is, is the earth flat? And then some scientific facts going to come up. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we just dealing with...
He said, I have, so okay.
Okay, so what did you come up with? Did they say that the earth was flat? Because I know I've Googled it too. And what they've shown me as far as the facts is that it's impossible for it to be flat. And these are scientists, okay? Not somebody with a high school education, okay? These are scientists, you know what I'm saying, that said, hey, these are the facts we got. from satellite photos, from this, that, they did the knowledge to it.
Now James just said they showed a study. They showed and studied. They had a study that showed that hurricanes started from West Africa and can be the cycle of a woman's uterus, and that's why they have mood swings.
Well, now we just dealing with fairy tales. We're going with he say and her say. Come on, man. We can't believe everything we hear.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what we're going by now, y'all. You just going by what you done heard. What have we studied ourselves? You know what I'm saying? What
Right.
have we researched?
Yeah,
Okay, not what we've heard.
yeah. Like you heard that. Now I got to find something
now I
that
gotta ask
rebuts that.
Yeah. Now I got to ask you, what have you learned? What have you studied about Africa?
Okay.
Not what you've heard about Africa,
Yeah.
or heard somebody say about it.
Yeah.
What have you studied about Jesus, this man called Jesus, or the Bible? Or this man called Muhammad, or the Quran.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's not so much about what someone else said, because people do lie. White folks, they do lie. So it's just like, so we got to come to grips. We got to study to show ourselves approved, man. You can't just go on by hearsay or what somebody else done said. And this, no, we got to know, study. We said, well, we did the research on this. And this is what, I've learned.
Right.
So do you believe that?
Hmm.
So if you believe it, then that's what you believe.
Yeah, because he just added back again and said, yeah, it ain't a globe. I'm like,
well, then what is it? Then where are we? What is a spaceship? No, for real. I mean, we can go back and forth on this all night. You know what I'm saying? But
I'll say this: we got souls. We ain't just flesh. I'll say that we're celestial.
Yeah.
So
right. This, if anything, the spaceship.
Yeah.
This body.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this movie Eddie Murphy did back. People thought it was a little corny. It was called I want to say Meteor Man, but it wasn't that. It was where he was.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Where the body was like a
Yup.
spaceship,
It was
and
a ship,
everybody
and
was.
and I was looking at it, I said, I was doing the knowledge to that, man. I said some science behind this shit. Which it was. There was a lot of symbolic symbols in that movie that a lot of us probably didn't even watch it, first of all. Because, it was like a space, it was a ship.
Yeah.
But it was a body.
Body.
And all these people, was working inside the body.
Yeah, to make everything operate, yeah.
And I was like, man, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I said, because really, this is the vessel. We are already astronauts. We already.
Okay, now Lisa Smith said, I studied the moon cycles. It's exactly like a woman's cycle.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
So you're talking about astrology or
that's basically what it is.
Okay.
Just like we now look, man. Like we sit here, right? You can look up, like it's nighttime. See, we won't even look because it's so hot. In the daytime, we won't see it. But if you look up now, look, you see the little lights. You see, beyond the clouds.
Yeah.
See them little stars and little lights.
Mm-hmm.
Those planets.
Huh.
You feel me? Yeah, them is planets. Why you think we can see them?
Now, Troy came back and said, y'all know there are videos where rockets can't escape the filterment.
What's that? The atmosphere?
Basically, he's saying like it's like we're over a dome, like
yeah,
where they can't,
That's the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course they can. They're out there now. We wouldn't be on this shit right here, man. It's this simple. If the rockets can, then how we get the satellites out there? Yeah, they be on that atmosphere. That's how they're able to see everything and take photos of different, right? Because they're beyond that stratosphere.
Yeah. Now he just said, and planets they show are all CGI.
Who is this talking?
That's Troy again. And then he said he's coming back. He said how they went to the moon, basically saying we didn't go to the moon.
Blah, blah, blah. Man, hey man. I don't know you, but it's just like, yeah, I know you got a lot of, good theories, but you talking about people that study, astronomy, astrology, you know what I'm saying? All this shit, and I don't know you. I don't know if you even made it past high school, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got a high school diploma, man, but it's just like if you sit in these laboratories with these folks, they know some stuff, man. Real talk. They know some stuff that they ain't even telling us. That's why we can come up with all these theories.
And he
You know what I'm
said,
saying?
you know, they're illuminated.
Yeah, we can say that. You know what I'm saying? We can say all that. Okay, until you get the facts.
Yeah.
Present the facts, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Now, what you saying, Lisa Mill,
because
or you?
these folks ain't spending billions of dollars just to illuminate some shit, man. They flying. We know that if they flying space shuttles out in this motherfucker,
Yeah,
man.
they
Real
sure
talk.
is.
That ain't no mystery.
Mm-hmm.
So he can say what he want.
Yeah.
I know. Well, yeah, these folks is doing some shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
They got underground shit and secret shit that you don't know nothing about. Yeah, you heard about Area 51, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come on, man.
Now you saying Troy? So how? So how? What? What are you talking about? So how?
No,
What?
it ain't no how. I'm gonna tell you something, man. A how is who, what, when, where is how. That's a question asked by the blind, deaf, and dumb, man. If you want to know, go pick up a book, go research it, go find out. I'm
Yeah.
just keeping it 100 with you, player.
Right.
You asking the wrong people on that topic.
Right.
Because I ain't no, I don't work for NASA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm keeping it real with you, so.
And essentially, NASA is the government.
Right.
Because if you look on that
Right.
website, it said government.
Yeah, right. So a lot of that shit's top secret.
Right.
So they can tell you anything.
Mm-hmm.
They can tell you that reindeers fly and
Right.
Rudolph had a red nose.
Mm-hmm.
So and you'll believe it. So that's what I'm saying. You believe fat white men come down a chimney, or rabbits lay eggs.
Right.
You feel me? So come on, man. We can we can
Or
go
4th
on
of
and
July
on.
was about our independence.
Exactly. So we can go on and on about this. We could going on and on with the semantics. But it's just like that's all that's.
He then came back again. He said government means to govern the mental.
Right. And whatever we have on our ideology and the way we think, what we believe, that's what's governing you. So if you believe all this, more power to you. You know what I'm saying?
So they got unbelieving in space.
Huh?
He said, so they got unbelieving in space.
They got unbelieving in space?
Yeah.
No, man. We're already in space.
Right, we are.
The Earth is in space.
In
You
space.
ain't got to unbelieve it. No, this is what it is. We on this third planet called Earth. The sun's a planet, the moon's a planet, and all the rest, Mars, Jupiter, Venus, and whatever else is out there are planets. We just happen to be that third rock, what they said is Earth. Okay, so yeah, it ain't no unbelief. It ain't about belief. It's about knowing. This planet is in space. We're in the universe. It's so much broader and wider than we can even imagine. Not to mention what they're not telling you.
Right.
So, or what you didn't learn about, the universe in itself.
Okay. Now he's saying space is fake. Well, that's your interpretation. I mean.
Right. So you can hold on to that. Man.
Right. Right.
Like to, move on.
Now. So somebody else drop some, because we going in a different kind of direction. Drop some questions about something that is weighing on your mind.
He need to go take a science class. It's real talk.
Yeah.
He won't know all that. I mean, if that's what he owns. I mean, hey, man, come go be an astronaut or something, You feel me?
Okay, let me see. They're just talking about Memorial, still barbecuing tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah.
Let me think. 7 people in. Okay, wait a minute. How important is spirituality in keeping your game tight?
That's very important. That's the main, it's the main ingredients. That's how you communicate with people. Mainly, it's through the soul.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not just through the mouth, because what comes up from your heart is coming out your soul. That's part of your spirituality, So you always got to be in tune with that. And as far as the game's concerned, the games be sold, not told, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you got game, you're going to rep it. You're going to rep it to the fullest,
Now, if y'all ain't got nothing to say, we might end this, because it's kind of, slowing up on, topics. And we, like I said, we done ran a while already. Right. So if y'all ain't got nothing more to add, I'm gonna wrap this stream up and look out for I'll have it out maybe either tomorrow or the next day. A new video with me and King Rychus. I think you'll enjoy that. We kind of touch on some of the stuff we don't touch in the
Right.
stream, but
We're a little bit more in depth.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it'll be a good listen for you.
All right, well, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks for everybody offering their comments. You know, that's what made this
Right.
stream. You know, hopefully we can come on and do something like this again, even though it ran a little long.
What did he just say?
He said, "Reek, happy holidays," and you say happy holidays, King Righteous too. He right here with me, but I say